People, Deluded, I'm back again. Yeah, man, obviously yesterday we beat Montenegro 5 goals to 1 in another game. Obviously the only blip on that is we came from behind. Sterling scored, Kane scored, Callum Hudson-Odoi grew into the game. I know a lot of people were getting on his back for the goal. We conceded him and Michael Keane, but I think he put in a convincing performance. I feel Barkley was good. Yeah, man, it was a good comeback, good performance, and we go marching on. And the feel-good factor that was there at the World Cup is continuing with under Southgate and with Southgate. But obviously yesterday was mad. Let's not pretend it didn't happen. It's the latest racial incident. Me personally, there's been so many racist incidents at international level, at club level, at all levels. I can't even document it all, people. It's crazy in 2019. Like, I know people have thought we've moved so much on as a society, both here and everywhere in life, but we haven't. Let's be honest, we haven't. The elephant in the room is still skin color, as much as how irrelevant it actually is, how much it affects people and rattles people. Now, I'm sure you've seen at numerous incidences. Throughout the whole game, there was monkey chances, both at Sterling. You obviously saw Rose when he got booked earlier in the game as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi is on the receiving end. And to be honest, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and like a lot of them, it's water off their backs because Callum Hudson-Odoi dealt with it at Kiev. He's been playing for Chelsea and playing for England youth levels. He is bound to, I can guarantee there's several experiences Callum can run through, Sterling can run through. Vontae Daly-Campbell, even, I'm so sure, said once upon a time that it happened. Or no, I'm getting it mixed up with Maitland-Niles. There's not one, to be honest, I don't think there's one black player who can sit here and say at some level he hasn't dealt with racism. I know Gnabry said something about he can't remember the last time that's happened to him. I think that's a bit of a lie, but it is what it is. Sterling, not Sterling, what's his name? Sane and Gundogan were on the receiving end for Germany as well, so it's silly. To be honest, you lot know I'm a big Raheem Sterling fan if you follow me on Twitter. I love him. He's my favourite player in Premier League and he's actually one of them of all time now for several reasons. He's from the ends. I just like how he plays. He's of Jamaican descent and he's the people's champ, man. He's dealt with a lot of crap, racism, all the paper talk and stuff. And people, well, some saying he was rattling the crowd and things. The only way to reply is killing them by success. And I'm pretty sure Sterling's at the stage that I am and a lot of black males are at where you can't get angry. Of course, racism pees you off and stuff, but if you let them make you angry, as much of an annoyance it is and as silly as it is, if you let them make you angry, they've won, people. There's only one way to kick out racism, if we're honest. It's literally kicking it out, and the footballers, they can't do them sort of things there. The little stadium fines, the reporting, like I say, a UEFA commissioner and several England staff and fans, and even if you was on the TV, you heard it. What's going to happen? A stadium closure, maybe a little fine. Nothing is going to happen. The individuals are not going to be found. If they are, a little stadium ban, they're still going to be out here. You get longer for certain other things. It is what it is, man. That's what Sterling done, man. I fully agree with what Sterling was doing with the killing them for success. Let them make the monkey chance. Let them. I would hate too if I saw a young black man, young black and wavy, and his team are putting 5 goals past us. I will get mad too. I will get mad too if Sterling was this wavy. And clearly these Montenegro guys who were saying it, their galleys, their wives, and that they're clearly eyeing up Sterling, Rose, Odoi, and them things there. You know what they say, once you go certain places you never go back. You know what it is. All I can do is say keep it up, man. It's sad. I know I'm putting a lot of humour on it, people, because we have to, man. Like, we have to. We can't let these racial incidents get us down. We need to be honest. It's never going to change, both in our homeland and here. I know that incident was over there, and let's focus on over there, but let's not pretend that there's not issues ingrained within our society, and specifically within football as well. Everyone loves Raheem Sterling now, and some individuals that I've actually seen, broadcasters and whatnot, that were killing him and stuff. If they've been re-educated, then cool, fair enough. But they're now Sterling's biggest fanboys, and they're obviously, I'm happy to see people condemning racism, but I'm thinking, hang on, don't you remember the language you was using? But focusing on Montenegro, it's sickening, people. It's sickening. I'm at the point, like a lot of you. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, unless you can literally kick racism out, it's not going to stop, because you wait for time and time again. They show they don't care specifically about racism. They don't care. If it was happening to other people or certain other things in positions of power, it would get fixed. They don't care. If they really cared about racism, there would be proper fines imposed. Possible, I'm not saying these are necessarily facts, but possible points deductions or strong deterrence, so that if you're found guilty of racism or a small section of individuals acting like twats, they're going to come down on you. Now, Montenegro are a poor side, let's be honest. So Yeah, man, I'd be stressed too. But all I could do is say, Sterling, keep your head up, man. Just feed off this. Literally, he's been killing people both domestically and internationally for success. Obviously, you see what Sterling, you even seen this in the World Cup, the grief Sterling got, and now everybody loves Sterling. So what I like to see about Sterling is you can tell he was a young, obviously was a young man. You can tell the Liverpool, what went through him when he was moving from Liverpool to City, and just his career since he's been at Liverpool and Man City to a degree. He's dealt with a lot of stuff, and you can tell it used to get to him. Now it's just water for ducks back. He's finally realised that, not just him, everybody else that reacted, that was involved, like, all right, cool, you're not going to say what you want. I can't let you lot make me upset or make me angry, because you're going to ruin my day or my evening. You lot say what you want. I'm playing with a handbrake. And that not only goes for the racist chants, that goes for just the negative comments. And I will do the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Let this monkey just scored and got an assist. Yeah, make up that noise. Yeah, yeah. Oh, boy, I'll start, before this stuff used to make me mad, I'll go there like, oh, he's got a banana. And on the topic of that, I swear something was thrown at Callum Hudson-Odoi. And again, it's not what you want to see. It's his first England start. Fair enough, it's not in his homeland. It's his first England start. Buzzing for that. Like I said, he's a very well educated man, and Callum Hudson-Odoi is a credit to his parents and people around him for the way he talks and handles himself at a young age. It's completely irrelevant. But even when I'm watching FA Youth Cup and he's going to the fans over there, the Chelsea fans and stuff, so he's very aware. He's no doubt this was bound to have happened. Southgate, I love Southgate because he comes out and says it as it is. Eventually, it took a while for him to say the elephants in the room, because I actually imagine I remember when he was sidestepping the question, but you saw that he's briefed them on it. You even saw my tweet. He allegedly said to expect a hostile atmosphere. What did I say, people? That's a cryptic message for downright racism. Like, obviously, Southgate's not an idiot. Southgate, for me, he's one of the coaches, from what he's been saying and his bravery, he's one of the most in touch with society, and he's not turning a blind eye. So he knew there was a high degree of racism going to be at this game. And he's obviously had a private word. Not that they needed it with, I assume, Sterling, Barkley, because we need to remember Barkley speaks race as well. Some people forget it. Dele Alli, who was also there. Danny Rose, of course, and everyone else, either starting on that pitch or within the side. And also the culture stuff. And we've also got to talk about travelling fans. There could be black English fans that could have. How would that make you feel? I know how that would make me feel if I'm sitting in and amongst fans appreciating the beautiful game and I hear monkey chants. You obviously need to remember you're in a foreign country, certain things can happen. But listen, if you not know the rage that comes through you when you're called certain things. Sterling, like, it's not Sterling's fault. Them racists there, their wives have got his posters on their walls. It's not their fault. All them racist people is just small-minded individuals. And to be honest with you, it's 2019. There's no unlearn. I know people say you got to educate racists. You got to do this. There's no need to unlearn certain behaviours. There's no need to educate. It's 2019. Everybody has access to the internet. Everyone can unlearn any prejudices they have. People want to hold on to these ideologies in 2019. It's basic. I'm not defending it, but it's basic human principle to want to feel better than someone. And obviously with the rise of the far right in many countries and identity stuff around everywhere, people want to feel important. It makes them feel important. If you want to hate on a saucy black man, I would hate on it too, man. Sterling, just keep it up, man. You know what they say in Jamaica, what Talawa and them thing there, man. You can't water for ducks back, man. Like, it is what it is, man. And you can like I said, man, Rose has been here before with England's under-21. Sterling, undoubtedly, many examples. There's not, but I can't lie to you. If someone can bring me even a 13-year-old young academy footballer, or someone that's, if not necessarily academy, someone that's playing for a decent grassroots side and they're flying away and stuff. If someone bring me one that has never dealt with any racism at any level, I'll give them £10 because I can't. Obviously, I would love to say 100, but I'm not going to image it, people. I'll give them £10 because I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. You go and speak to any, let's just say, top 6 club, Arsenal, Chelsea, this and that. Them young G's they're always going to Germany. Not to say any of these countries are racist, but they're going Germany and everywhere in Europe. There's not one player that hasn't dealt with racism. So it's water for a duck's back. They have to deal with it. I'm sure all of these black players, especially Callum Hudson-Odoi, Sterling and them things, their parents have had to talk with them. And in case they weren't aware, I've made them know that they are black. They have to work 10 times as hard, and there's certain prejudices both in this country and away that are going to work for and against them. And like I said, from playing professional football, even at low levels, it probably shocked them at first, but I guarantee you, if you sat all of them down and spoke to them about the incidences they've gone through, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I think it's sad as well, man. It's completely different, but Pavel Poregdiak, or whatever his name is, man, the former Reading and I think Fulham once upon a time, man, when he was talking about the identity of Russia, don't get me wrong, you're allowed to have, there's differences between conversations and racism, people need to be very careful, but I felt his language was a bit booky. He tried to save himself where he's had black players and stuff, black teammates and stuff, but he was worried about the identity of Russia and a black person playing there is an issue. Fair enough. I was thinking, what would you have said about Mario Fernandes then? He did have an issue with that, but I'm not going to say Mario Fernandes is the reason Russia did alright in the World Cup, but if they never had Mario Fernandes, what could they have done? Do you see what I'm saying? It's silly, man. It's silly. We're in 2019. There's no need to educate racists. People know why they're being silly. People know it doesn't matter if you have more or less pigment than someone in their skin. You should judge a man or woman or child. Well, not child really, because they're still learning. But man or child, judge them on their principles. More importantly, their actions, who the sort of person they are before you look at their skin color. But it affects people. And to be honest, I'm not a professional footballer. I'm 23 years of age, but I can see myself in Sterling. You could tell it used to genuinely anger him, and it still does. But now it's a thing where you might as well feed off it. You hate me? Cool. I'm going to make sure you hate me. Like, I'm going to keep reminding you that I'm black. So I love to see that from Sterling, man. Like, and to be honest, on the grand scheme of things, I can't believe people are saying he shouldn't have done that. Small minority. But what is that compared to monkey chance? I would do the same thing because it will rattle people. You know, football is a rattling game already when you're losing. More or less losing 5-1. More or less away from home. England have come from behind and smacking you up in your backyard. And you hate black people. You hate, I don't want to say the M word, but you hate these, this and that, these monkey chants. And they're coming here playing great football. Sterling got a goal and assist. Callum Hudson-Odoi did all right for one of the goals. Barkley put in a lovely goal. They've turned it around. They might even just hate English people as well because of the whole Brexit stuff. And they've come in the backyard, and not only have they done that, he's standing there towards the end of the game and he's just going like this. He's not saying nothing. Do you know what I think about people? If someone's making you mad angry and they go like this, you're going to get rattled. So Sterling's living rent-free in their heads and they can call him whatever they want, man. Not that they should, and nothing's going to happen. But all I can do to say to Sterling is, it is what it is, man. UEFA's not going to help us. FIFA are not going to help us. Hell, even your own clubs are not going to help you at top level. Yeah, you'll see nice statements and all of these things, but nothing's going to get done. What's going to be done with this report? We've been here before. Little partial ban that's not going to affect anyone. Maybe a stadium ban. And a club like a country like Montenegro, I mean, they're going to have issues filling out them stadiums anyways. I've got to throw shots. But it is what it is. Now, I don't want to paint all of the Montenegro fans like this because I don't want to say it's a small minority because I don't know that, innit? And I'm past protecting people for the sake of it. But there was probably some honest fans there that just watching and enjoying the game and probably condemn these dumb chants. Obviously, people say things when they get emotional in football and try and get under skins, but people use that as an excuse. It's not an excuse. I hate all of the Spurs players when we play against Arsenal and when Kane's cheating and stuff. Am I going to call Kane you so-and-so, you this and that? No. Am I going to call other people this and that? These things just amplify who you are as a person, really. And we're living in crazy times. We're living in crazy times where it's a completely away, but labeling something racist or saying to someone they're being racist is actually causing more issue than actually getting to the root of the problem. This is where we're at as a place, and this is why, like, it's completely irrelevant because fair enough, it's not in our country, but this is why when it comes to racist talks, I honestly feel it's nothing but feel good, do nothing factors, because I'm at these events on a regular basis. You lot that follow me on Twitter, I'm listening to what people have to say, and there's not really, and again, I don't have all the answers and I don't know what to do either, but I just know that this kumbaya stuff is not going to fix racism. Racism in society is never going to be fixed. How can it be fixed in football? The least you can do is literally kick it out. Kick it out. Please follow what I'm saying with literally kick it out. Or proper fines to deter people so that even if they are racist or whatever, they're going to make sure that it's not public, or they keep saying that stuff behind closed doors. Not that I want it said either way, man. It's just football just amplifies who you are as a person, and football everywhere has a long way to go, because look at how we've moved on as a society, as people. You go on some of the terraces, sure, you're not hearing banana chants and you effing F this and that, derogatory terms to men, women, same-sex relations and all of these sort of things. You don't hear that. If you go out on the street now, if I go onto 4th Street or Tottenham High Road and say that, I'm going to get condemned, I might even get arrested, I might even get put on Twitter and stuff, yeah? If you do that at a football match, you're kind of protected, unless obviously you're found out, you're reported, you're condemned, but the majority, we're still hearing vile abuse from the touchlines and stuff, and it's not moved on because some individuals, they don't want to move on. Football gives them a safe refuge to go and talk this mad stuff. Why do you think you would never ever see a gay player come out in the Premier League? I don't want to say never because you might, but I don't think you, and it's completely irrelevant, but I don't think you ever will see that because football hasn't moved on a lot. Football is not ready. Football will never, in my opinion, will never be ready unless you woke up tomorrow and people have realised that regardless of your faith, preference, religion, colour, whatever, judge a person, man or woman, on their principles. But we're going off topic and going left and right, so all I can do is say, English players, keep your head up. Shout out to the likes of Kane, etc. as well, Southgate, that speak about these issues, that don't shy away. For the likes of Hudson-Odoi, Rose, and every other Sterling, and every other black player in there, Barkley, Dele Alli, just keep your heads up, man. You've all been through this before. You've all probably not going to be the last time. And like I said, man, the only saving grace is that for me, and a young guy like Callum Hudson-Odoi, man, I mean, he's not played that much for Chelsea, but fair enough, when he gets a chance, he's playing Premier League football or playing football for Chelsea. He's done all right. England cap, he did all right off the bench. He's making his start. Fair enough, it's not at Wembley, but you're making your start. This is what I and a lot of people dreamed of, being professional footballers, playing for England, possibly going to travel at places. So he was buzzing off that. You can imagine all the texts and his mum telling him good luck, his man them in the group chats, taking his selfies, his fellow teammates saying good luck, just being buzzing for himself. And then to have this, to have this, I don't want to say it will overshadow it, but maybe this plays on a man's mind. He played a good game, he got an assist, he done all right, but in his first start as well, that he's probably going to keep that England shirt. And to be racially abused and to think of this is quite sad. The only saving grace is that I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is a very mature individual. If you want to sign for Arsenal, come true, my guy, as well, because Chelsea aren't playing you. Not that Nelson got any game time here, but I think the only saving grace is that it's sad, but I think he's been here before, so it's water for ducks back. I keep saying Callum Hudson-Odoi because he's the youngest in the team, man. I know he's playing for Chelsea, and the career he's had is well documented. Like Sandro, you're one of the stars and stuff like that, but he's still a baby in this football thing. He's 18, 19 years of age. He's got way more years ahead of him. You look at Rose, 27 years of age. He's been around the block. Sterling, he's still 24, he's still young, but he's been playing from 18. These lot have dealt with it already. Callum Hudson-Odoi's probably dealt with it already, but he's at the start of his career. And it just serves as a reminder that there's going to be several incidences like this. There's no point doing this kumbaya thing, people. This happy business, acting like this isn't a thing. This is a one-off, and the majority of people don't do this thing. We can't. I don't believe in lying to people, putting the wool over their eyes and them things there. This is a several. You look at someone like Brewster. Brewster hasn't kicked a ball in the Premier League for Liverpool or whatnot, but he's dealt with racial incidences, both playing for England's under-17s and several others. So imagine if he was in that squad now. That's the only saving grace, is that where the background these lot come from and these sort of experiences, it kind of hardens them. That's what I want to see. I'm not saying act hard and act emotionless, but especially for me anyways, as a young black professionals, we can't let these things affect us. We're human. Of course it's going to kill us, but we have to air it, man. Look at Dani Alves. That must have killed Dani Alves when they threw the banana at him. I wouldn't have ate it, because imagine they laced it with something, but he turned around and ate it. Obviously, they can say, what, it's a monkey eating a banana, but if you take away their power, what can they do? Sterling took away their power. Same way, literally killing haters, both domestically and abroad, with his success, with his goals, with his performances. He took it away. He's going like this. Yeah, I'm a effing N word, this and that. I'm a monkey, this and that. He's just there doing this. What? You can't make me angry. What? And they're just probably going, and all this nonsense. It is what it is, man. Keep your head up, man. That's all I can say to these young men. Keep your head up. It's not the first. If it is your first, it's not going to be the last. And it's water for ducks back. Rose has been here before many a times. Rose been round the block. Sterling been round the block. The fact that the English manager has to brief them is sad, in my opinion, or whatever has had to have gone down before this game. Like, yo, listen, this and that might happen. Callum Hudson-Odoi, yo, it's your first start, but this might have happened. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't say it's a good thing, but it's good that these players came out of it. Specifically, again, Callum Hudson-Odoi, because again, he's been experienced with these sort of things. But if he didn't come through, if he let them early chance, or Rose let them, apologies, people, if he let them early chance affect him, what would it have done? They've come out the other side and they're unbreakable now. Like, it is what it is. They can't come to our background in Wembley and do this because they get dealt with after the game in Northwest London. Do you see what I'm saying? So let them go and do this nonsense, man. They're at the end of the day, these are small individuals. They got spanked. For the ones that were doing it, spanked in their own backyard. Saw the very individuals that they hate do a madness. Probably saw their wives drool over them and called them their this and that, chocolate man and these and all of these things. But it is what it is, man. End of the day, racism nil. Black men 5. Like, what could I say, boy? Or 5-1 if you want to call it that. It is what it is, man. And yeah, man, I want to say it's sad, man. But do you know how many racial incidences I see a week? To be honest, and you lot know, on a regular basis, I'm one of the only YouTubers speaking about these things. Like, I'm probably one of the only videos you'll see giving my opinion about Sterling Carr. Man, I'm scared in this thing. There's so many incidences that I don't even make vids on because it's just the sheer amount of them. We'll be here all day, man. Like, we'll be here all day. It's crazy. But keep your head up, Raheem Sterling, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Danny Rose, Barkley, Dele Alli, just any black player involved in that team, any black coaching staff involved, any black fan that was at that game. And also shout out to the people who aren't necessarily that complexion, that stood up, that still feel affected in the same way. Is what it is, man. This is the society we live in. Well, over there, you get what I'm saying, man. Racism is never going to go away. It's sad. I don't want to say we have to deal with it because we shouldn't have to deal with it, but it is what it is, man. You either let it affect you or you can use it to fuel you and piss off the other team even more, and that's what we did, man. And it is what it is. Sterling's living rent-free in their minds. Like, can you imagine how mad that is? Grown men are talking about a man probably half their age, 24, talking about him all game, probably talking about him before game, probably watching his goal after the game time and time again, sleeping next to their wife, and the last thing on their mind is Raheem Sterling. That's rattling. That's living rent-free. That's a bit suspect as well. If you got a wife and Sterling's on your mind and you're complaining about him 24/7, I don't think you're playing for the right team, and you need to have honest conversations with your wife about your preferences. But that's just me, man. If I hate something, I don't let it live rent-free in my mind. But small individuals are always going to do small things. On that note, people, I'm going to keep it moving, though. People, deluded, man. Raheem Sterling, etc. Keep your head up. Great performance last night. DG.